Hey everybody, Maria from buttfight.com here. Do you want to come sit here? Hey everybody, Maria from Magically Amateuring here to guide you through one of my favorite kinds of drafts. That's right, Cons, Fate Reforged. A lot of people are slinging shit about Fate Reforged draft, but I actually really like it. A lot of people say the bombs are too bomby and the other cards can't make up for it, which is true. The bombs are very bomby. But it's okay because we opened one! Mostly I think the sieges are too powerful. But we opened Warden of the First Tree, which is awesome and a really fun card. A card I do want to try at some point in my life is Bloodfire Enforcers, which I think would be really fun, especially in the deck I like to draft. Blue-red aggro, we've got Bathe and Dragonfire in here, Jeskai Runemark, Jeskai Sage, all which want to go in that deck. Other good notable cards are Sandblast and Sultai Emissary. Cutting Strike is fine in the blue-red deck. I just haven't found it to be an all-star. But let's take Warden of the First Tree and see if we can't make this person happen. Make this human person happen. This obviously wants us to be Abzan. However, we're not married to that. We could be a different strange color combination if we wanted to. Here is an interesting decision because there is a very good Abzan card in Douse and Gloom in here. But there's also Ojutai, Soul of Winter, in here. Which pretty much, like, if you can cast this and it like, survives, like, you win? That's not entirely true, but it's very, very good. However, 7 mana is difficult. Especially in these colors. I suppose you can make a controlling deck with Ojutai, but I kind of want to be more aggressive when I have Ojutai. I mean, when I have blue-white as my colors. So, like, we can just take this and be like, show. Or we can assume somebody took the super good white card that everybody wants to first pick and just take Douse and Gloom and try and live this dream. I'm not entirely sure what totally to do, so I took Douse and Gloom. I feel like that's going to be the better choice. I'm not entirely sure about that. In this pack, we have some fun spice, including one of my favorite cards, Teamer Battle Rage. I had a deck, blue-red deck, where I had 2 of these, and I smashed Face. I smashed it! Faces were smashed. Okay, but if we're thinking of trying to stay on plan here, which, I mean, isn't entirely what you should be thinking of, considering that you want to stay open. We do have Huge Stone Retainers, which I actually like this card a lot, but I get past it, I mean, pretty regularly. Talk about Hewed and Warden of the First Tree combo. Pretty sweet. Humble Defector, you know, I don't want to take early. You can get a Humble Defector late, if you really want it. Okay. There's a Harsh Sustenance in here, which is just straight up good card. I also like Soul Summons, though LSV is a little down on Soul Summons right now than he was earlier in the set. Arc Bond is fine, but I don't really like to play with this card because it is a board wipe. But in red, it usually also kills all of your creatures too, as well as theirs. Might be better in like a teamer strategy. I like Frostwalker, but we're not playing that deck right now. I'm just gonna take this, see what happens here. Okay, cool. We've got good cards here that I like to put in my deck. That sounded like dick. Okay, Grim Contest, aka Booty Battle. aka butt fight, aka butt punch, aka rump dump. I don't know what the other one was. I like that. As I said before, I do like Sultai Emissary. I also really like Sky Captain, though. This card is just annoying. um, Whenever it comes down against me, I'm just like, ugh, freaking card. All right. Some people like Owen Turtenwald, they're saying Diplomacy of the Waste is a card that you should pick more highly, probably more in sealed than in draft like this, but just because there are such great bombs in this format. Collateral Damage, whoever took that traitor, what's that card called? He's getting a haircut. You know what I'm talking about. That's the combo. Not quite as good as the untap and then kill it combo, but you know. A combo nonetheless. So we took this dragon, which I think is one of the better dragons. I'm not like over the moon to have any of these dragons in my deck, but I'll take them. So we haven't gotten any green back around, which is notable. So just keeping that in our brains, that we might be more of a Mardu strategy, and Warden will sadly go and sit by himself and cry. In which case, what of these do I want? The Flare probably, more than the Rage. I don't think that... Here's some green we got back. I suppose there just wasn't, plain old wasn't good green in any of these packs. That's a possibility. I like this thing. But like, this is just fine in what's going on over here, as is a Frontier Mastodon, if we're hoping to play green. Well, let's try and say we're still on the green plan until we learn differently. Like, this is okay. Oh, we're so feral! By the way, the flavor text on this is hilarious. Hold on, we're gonna read it. In a stunning act of diplomacy, Yasova Dragonclaw ceded a portion of Temur lands to the Sultai. Her clan protested until they saw she had given the Sultai the breeding grounds of the Krushaks. They hadn't realized she had a sense of humor. Good one. Good one, Yasova. Oh, we got this freak. Creepy. Not a great card. Alright, so... Well, we haven't opened anything that makes me, you know, jump for joy. There's a Trail of Mystery, but we really don't, right now, have any face down cards. Straight up just don't have any. We could try and lean a little bit on Warriors, which would mean taking the Horde Chief or the Skull Hunter. We could also take the Hate Blade. I think I just want the Horde Chief. Don't have a lot of white in here, but it works good with our Harsh Sustenance. There's another one. Ice Feather, sad. I love that card so much. Unfortunately, no good lands for us either right now, which is what we'd hope to be picking up when we're first picking like Horde Chiefs and stuff, which is not great. Oh my. Oh my. Who am I? You guys, I'm George Decay. Well, this is nice to get a non-color rare. That's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, we are passing Battle Priest, Chief of the Edge, Scoured Barrens. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a Highland game either. Hopefully... Man, That was nuts. Why did it all have to be in the same pack? Sad. Anyway, thanks for watching my video, y'alls. Hope you enjoy it. Wow, a lot of good options here as well. Man, do I take this thing? It's so slow. I think I just want to smite. I mean, that's going to help us out more. I value that card pretty highly. Against little dudes, it's obviously not good, but sadly no lands for us yet. We got Hoots Magoots here, which isn't exactly what I want right now. I will take a Savage Punch, though we're not real punchy either. I mean, who knows, maybe this will happen. We want to fill out a little more around our 2s and our 3s. This we need no more. No more top end. Maybe if I'm being optimistic. Another Savage Punch, eh? Well, I can't say no. Because we have both of these, now we want to pick up some 4-2s. That bear friend. Remember when that was a scandal? When it was a 4-2? Now everybody just like accepts it. Like Bear's Companion is a 4-4. Everyone just accepts it. Where have our morals gone, you know? You know what I mean? Where have our morals gone? So this is the second in the series of draft videos I'm doing for Magic the Amateuring. Because we hit our $100 per episode level on Patreon, thank you so very much, everybody who's a patron. It means a whole lot to us and helps us continue to do the show, which is neither cheap nor untime consuming. So, thank you. Hopefully we'll get one of these up for you every single week. Not hopefully, we will. They might not all be draft. Who knows what we might do in the future. But I'm happy to be able to do this for you guys. Alright, good options here. Here's the Grizzly I just talked about. Here's Kindred Invocation, which is very good, but we don't have any low drops right now to make that spectacular like the 04 or the 05, which I think our deck actually kind of wants. But I'm going to take this specifically because we have 2 Savage Punches. Well, I wouldn't say no to scouting the borders here because we have a land problem, but I'm going to take the Hate Blade because my fingers are crossed for some lands in the next pack. Like cards like Ward-Scale Dragon, double casting cost, and a Warden of the First Tree, but it's hybrid, so that's a lot better. Well, we can take a secret. Maybe when we want to secret somebody, make them all mad. Isn't that creepy, though? That art? He's like getting all up in there. Lick. Sidisi's pet. I won't say no. If we want to slow down the roll. The Avatest being foil is kind of cool. The one good thing, if we don't get any dual lands, let's look at the glass half full, shall we? Is that I can put in a lot more crazy lands when I actually play the draft. If you watched me last week, you know that I know the Magic Online secret to putting in absolutely any kind of land into your draft deck, even if you don't own it. So get ready for some sweet lands again. P.S. I might have to run that. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you want to know how to do it, I linked to it on our last video in the comments of round 1 of last week's video. It's a sign! And you can also follow MTAcast on Twitter and tweet at us, and I'll send you the link there. We also posted on Twitter a few weeks ago, so you can search back through history and find it. We're also almost up to like 1,200 followers on Twitter, so get in the party while you still can. Well, unfortunately, there's a jungle hollow in here, this thing in here, this thing in here, this thing in here, this thing in here, this thing, just kidding. Oh my god. Well, you kind of can't not take this, even though it's double white. Like, you just win with it. You just straight up win. Land? No land. Well, we have a Chief of the Scale. Woolly, Sultai Scavenger, all which are pretty good. I don't know what the real options of me casting this on turn 2 are. Okay, only lands now. Let's be disciplined, people. Don't let me take anything awesome. What a thing to say. Do 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 do. Okay, kids. Unfortunately, our land is having a problem here again. We probably want to take this. Ugh. Even though I really want to take this Kieran. Kieran! I'm such a dupe. I shouldn't take this. But I love Kieran. I mean, maybe it's right. It's a flyer. I do want a little more air pressure in my tires, if you know what I mean. Okay, well, here's a land. Sadly, there's a flippin' Obzon guide in it. Another Kieran, another land. Hey, we're just taking them all on the back end. That's what she said. I mean, we're probably not playing this. Whoa! Guess you never have to take lands early, kids. Do as I say, not as I do. But we got 3 late. That really, really helps. I was like worried we were not going to get any. Well, we can take this throttle. Better than the long shot squad. I believe. I believe. Book of Mormon. Go see it. Well, we have this. Sure. Man. An Obzon guy would wheel back to us. Feed the clan. I don't want any of this garb. That is actually a useful card in a race. Which I, you know. Well, we sadly, I mean, I kind of want to. Well, there's a Hoots in here still. Wish we got back that Obzone guide. Got a banner. 2 feed the clans. They'll never see it coming. This deck I would give a C. But, you know, there's been days when C's have gotten there, you guys. I think this is our deck. Merciless Executioner. That sounded like I was drunk when I just said that. Plus 2 Mardu Horde Chiefs is very good. Synergy. Our 2 Savage Punches are not super great. So maybe I'll do this. This scares me a little bit. Especially since we don't have any early, like, Archer's Parapets to slow this down. maybe we'll be able to hold them off long enough. It could work out. Let's see what lands. Moto wants to put in 4, 5, 6, 7 forest, 5, 6 swamp. Okay, forest, 7, swamp, 6, plains, 8 total. So 6, 5, 4. That sounds good to me. I'm gonna go get these crazy ass lands and put them in my deck. See you guys here for round 1.